RAW files, high-res JPEGs, or smartphone snaps? Which cloud storage handles them all? Stick around as we uncover the best option for every photographer. Photography is such an integral part of society nowadays, and that's because everyone has a camera. Photos are so important, in fact, that the thought of losing them all, well, for me, it's not even worth thinking about it. That's why I store and back up my files on my NAS, on several hard drives. I have backups of backups, because we all know that hardware can have its moments, and on its worst days, we can lose access to all our files. That's why backing them up is essential, but you shouldn't just back them up anywhere. For images, you want the gold standard for privacy, plus other features that suit those working with large file types like RAW and TIFF files. But even just for smartphone photographers, you shouldn't just rely on good old Apple or even Google Photos to handle your photos. All of my options tick the right boxes, especially my favorite cloud storage for photos, which I will be sharing later, so stick around until the end of this video. All right, before we dive into our top picks, let's talk about what we're looking for in a cloud storage service for photos. Now, I don't know about you, but when it comes to my precious memories, I'm pretty picky. First up, we want rock solid security, and I'm talking Fort Knox level protection for your family snapshots and those questionable selfies from last year's New Year's Eve. Zero knowledge encryption is the gold standard here, folks. Next, let's talk about file handling. We want a service that can handle those massive RAW files without breaking a sweat. And hey, if we can preview those files without us having to download them first, well, that's a big bonus in my book. Speed is crucial too, because let's face it, nobody likes watching a progress bar crawl along when you're trying to back up your vacation photos. Now, don't forget about storage space. Whether you're a casual smartphone snapper or a pro with terabytes of photos, we want options that can grow with your collection. And of course, we can't ignore the price tag. We're looking for services that offer great value without skimping on features. I have a detailed pricing comparison towards the end of the video, so if any cloud storage service stand out to you, make sure to stick around so you know which one has the best bang for your buck overall. Last but not least, we want user-friendly apps and interfaces, because what good is all that storage if you can't really figure out how to use it, right? So there you have it. Security, file handling, speed, space, price, and ease of use. These are the boxes we're looking to tick. Now, let's see how our contenders stack up, shall we? In fifth place is Sync.com. So Sync.com often tops the list of the best cloud storage services, and that's because it offers the best privacy and security, and also the best value. It has zero knowledge encryption, and this gives the user full control over the encryption keys, and that means Sync.com can't scan your files or access your data, unlike our friends over at Google or OneDrive or Dropbox. You can also add extra security to the files you share with others. Password protection and expiry dates are a thing with Sync.com, something I like a lot and I'm using all the time. You can also limit how many times a file can be downloaded. So if you share photos with, say, 10 people, you can be certain nobody beyond those 10 people can actually download the images. The main reason why Sync.com doesn't top this list is because it's really not the quickest. Amongst all our testing, it's pretty mediocre, and this is fine if you're like not in a rush, but if you're someone who needs to get photos sent off quickly, Sync.com will slow you down a bit. It also lacks some extra touches, like being able to make light edits to images or even preview RAW files. Now, in better news, Sync.com does allow you to upload files of any size. This feature is only available on the desktop and mobile apps though. The web version caps file uploads to 500 megabytes. All the images you upload remain in their highest resolution. This means Sync.com doesn't compress images and therefore reduce the quality. Next, we are looking at Google Photos. Now, if you've watched our channel, you know we have a love and hate relationship with Google. We love the simplicity and diversity of its apps, but we actually hate its approach to user privacy. So why would I include Google Photos? Well, I know many of you who are looking to back up smartphone images don't overly mind about the data Google likes to take and share for advertising purposes. You just want an easy to navigate app that ensures your photos are backed up. And I can't really deny Google Photos offers exactly that. Like most cloud storage mobile apps, Google Photos offers automated backups for your smartphone. You have to activate it, but once you do, each image you make automatically goes into the cloud. And although it's primarily a mobile app, you can also access your photos from the Google Photos web app as well. Google Photos doesn't have unlimited file size limits, but it has more than enough. You can upload a single file that's 5 terabytes in size, and this limit will also suit those who want to back up their videos too. Now, file size limits are probably not an issue with Photos unless, well, you're using maybe the raw files from the newest Hasselblad medium format camera or something, but 5 terabytes should be pretty future-proof and more than any photographer might need in future. Unlike Sync.com, Google Photos does compress your images. This is to save space, obviously, and it's unlikely going to be noticeable on your smartphone screen. And the good news is you can opt to upload images in original quality, which means they will remain in the highest resolution when you want to print them or display them in a higher resolution somewhere. You can create albums and add images to a locked folder, which you can unlock with Face ID, giving you an extra layer of privacy, should you use Apple, obviously. Searching for images is also pretty fun too. Let's say you want to locate an image of your dog, but you don't want to endlessly scroll through the months and years of images. You can simply search dog in the search bar, and the app will automatically bring up images of dogs, excluding the rest of your gallery. Very handy. If you fancy being creative, Google Photos has some options. You can create collages, which blend selected photos into one frame. You can make cool animations too, which quickly jumps through your selected images, making GIFs like animations, and a lot of fun stuff that you can do with these photos. The app is available for both Android and iOS, and it goes beyond being a space to back up files. You can also edit your images too. Now, this isn't going to replace the likes of Lightroom or Capture One, obviously, but to make some light adjustments, it'll do just fine. It uses AI too, so it can sort your images and organize them. For example, it can recognize faces and animals and bundle them all together. It can also spot duplicates, so you can delete images and free up that precious storage space. Up next is Mega. We'll start with its free storage space, 30 gigabytes for the first year and then 20 gigabytes after that. In terms of the best cloud storage options, Mega is the most generous in this department. It has no file size limits either, and this is great for anyone using full frame or medium format cameras and shooting in RAW, and I know how large those files can be. You can get up to 16 terabytes of storage space too, which should be plenty, even for the photographer who's like a really heavy user. Mega does not compress your images. In fact, people on platforms like Reddit rave about how good Mega is to view high resolution photographs. They're not wrong, but remember, Mega isn't the only platform to offer this, as we'll see in this video. As far as the design goes, Mega isn't the most easy on the eye. It's, well, I say simple enough to use, but the creative mind may not feel overly inspired by its bland user interface. It feels very dated and certainly could do with a refresh, if you ask me. On the higher plans, you can also password protect the files you share and set link expiry date. It has zero-knowledge encryption too. This makes Mega a top option for any photographer needing robust privacy and security. Before I share my favorite cloud storage for photos, I have one more I want to tell you about. IDrive offers both cloud storage and online backup for your data. It's a bit of a mixed bag though. It's it kind of excels in some areas, but really falls short in others. iDrive offers 10 gigabytes file size limit when uploading single files, and this will be fine for photographers even if you shoot RAW and use large, full, and medium format sensors. This limit is for desktop and mobile, by the way. On the web app, the limit is 2 gigabytes, which will still be fine unless you also work with larger video files. Things start to get better when you look at iDrive's standout feature, at least for photo backup. The company offers a dedicated tool, which it simply calls iDrive Photos. Now, the platform claims that it's faster than Google Photos, and you know us. We don't just take a company's marketing at face value, and of course we put it to the test. In our in-house speed testing, not only showed iDrive was in fact faster than Google, it was faster than pretty much every other service in the cloud storage space, so it's worth considering. The iDrive Photos app doesn't compress your files. This means they will remain in highest resolution once they arrive in the cloud, and you can view them in the best quality. You can upload your images automatically too, which is of course super useful, and the app is available on Windows and macOS, plus Android and iOS. The mobile app is nice and streamlined, and by default it sorts your images in the order they were backed up to the cloud, and basically that means it will look like your standard Photos app on a smartphone, and you can sort your photos into folders, and sharing them is as simple as most other cloud storage services. I like to do this as it makes it much more easier to find certain photos when I need them. iDrive is another platform to offer zero-knowledge encryption too. What's a little strange though is that it's not activated by default. So if you forget it, your privacy isn't as robust as you would want it to be. Something I should mention is that if you activate encryption, you can't share files with others from your account. So it's only useful for solo use. We've now reached the moment of the big reveal, the best cloud storage for photos. But before I do, just a quick reminder to please subscribe to the channel, hit a like, and tap the bell icon. It helps to get the videos to a wider audience and ensures you don't miss out on future videos. I wanted to let you know about something special we've got for you. If you're looking to dive deeper into the world of cloud storage and really master your data management skills, we've got you covered. We've put together a series of comprehensive online courses over at cloudwords.net/courses, and whether you're a beginner just starting out or a pro looking to refine your skills, we've got something for everyone. So head over to cloudwords.net/courses and take your cloud storage game to the next level. And there's a link in the description below. Your future self will thank you. All right, let's talk about, drumroll, pCloud, a service that's got something for everyone in the photo game. Now, whether you're a casual smartphone shutterbug or a pro lugging around a medium format camera, pCloud's got your back. Now, for you casual photographers out there, pCloud offers a slick built-in media player. This means you can easily view and even share your vacation snaps or family portraits right from the cloud. No need to clutter your phone or laptop with all those files. For you serious shooters, here's where pCloud really shines. It supports raw file previews, and trust me, that's a game changer. You can check out your raw files right in the app without having to download these massive files first and quickly select the images that you want, put them in a separate album, and then just download them all to edit them in your favorite photo editing software. If you've ever sat there waiting for raw files to download just to pick the keepers, you know how much time this can save. Speaking of big files, pCloud doesn't flinch at file size. Whether you're uploading high-res JPEGs from your phone or enormous raw files from your latest commercial shoot, pCloud can handle it. No file size limits here, folks, and that's very, very good. Now, here's where we need to talk about storage space. pCloud's regular plans top out at 2 terabytes. For casual users, that's plenty, but if you're a pro shooting raw day in, day out, you might find yourself bumping up against that limit. The good news, pCloud offers lifetime plans up to 10 terabytes. One-time payment, lifetime of storage, not too shabby for archiving those big projects, right? Stick with me because we'll be talking about pricing very soon so you can compare which one is the best bang for your buck. pCloud allows you to make slight adjustments to your photos. You can tweak exposure, add contrast, and play around with the highlights and shadows. And like Google Photos, it won't be a replacement for those using high-end photo editors, but it will do for someone wanting to give their images like a little more pop, you know? On paid plans, pCloud has some useful sharing options. It offers password protection and, very useful, expiry dates for shared links. If you're a professional photographer delivering images to clients, pCloud has a very cool feature. It gives you the option to add personal branding to the files and folders you share. And you can then upload your business logo and add some business copy, and I think this is a very nice touch. But also, you can create custom upload folders where either clients or your coworkers can upload files that you can then collaborate on and share with other people. By default, pCloud won't compress your images. It does have some media management tools that do allow you to compress them if you wish, and this is useful if you want like slightly snappier performance when viewing your files, and I personally like that. pCloud gives the user the option to choose what they want to do with the files. In terms of privacy, pCloud is doing all the right things, well, almost. You see, while it offers zero-knowledge encryption, you have to pay extra to access it. Compare that to sync.com, which offers zero-knowledge encryption on all its plans for no added cost. It's a bit of a downer. pCloud also is doing well in the speed department. I really like that you can get your photos in and off the cloud quickly without too much pressure on the rest of your computer's performance. All right, folks, let's talk money. I know it's not the most exciting part, but hey, we've all got budgets to consider, so let's break down the pricing for our top cloud storage picks. First up, sync.com. These guys are like the budget-friendly option that doesn't skimp on the good stuff. You're looking at $8 per month for 2 terabytes when billed annually. Need more? They've got a 6 terabyte plan for $20 per month. Not too shabby, right? Now, Google Photos. We all know Google. They're like that friend who's always got a deal. Their 2 terabytes plan will set you back $9.99 per month, but remember, this isn't just for photos, it's shared across all Google services. So if you're ready, or if you are already deep in the Google ecosystem, this might be a no-brainer for you to just up the storage that you're buying from them. Now, Mega comes in a bit pricier. Their 2 terabytes plan is about €9.99 per month. That's roughly like $12. But hey, they throw in that 20 gigabytes of free storage to sweeten the deal, and maybe you don't need to upgrade at all if you don't need the advanced features. iDrive is shaking things up with their pricing model. For just $9.95 a year, yeah, you heard that right, per year. Last but not least, our top pick, pCloud. Their 2 terabytes plan runs $99.99 per year, which breaks down to about $8.30 per month. But here's the kicker. They offer lifetime plans. And we're talking a one-time payment of $350 for 500 gigabytes or $1,390 for 2 terabytes. Steep upfront, sure, but if you're in it for the long haul, it really could save you a bundle. Now, don't forget, all these services offer free trials or plans, so you can dip your toes in before committing your hard-earned cash. So, what's the bottom line? If you're just looking to back up your phone pics, Google Photos or iDrive might be your best bet. For the more serious shooters needing lots of space and top-notch security, sync.com or pCloud are very solid choices. And if you're thinking long-term, pCloud's lifetime plans are worth a look. Remember, the best value isn't always the cheapest option. Think about what features matter most to you and choose accordingly. Your precious photos deserve it. I have all the links in the description box below, also with all the exclusive discounts that we're getting here at CloudWorks, so make sure to click those links, sign up for the plan that you like, and enjoy that storage space. And that brings this video to an end. And for all the reasons outlined, pCloud is the one I would go for if I were you. I will drop a link, obviously, to the full review as well on cloudwords.net in the description, so you can take a look and read through all of our thoughts there. I'm curious how you currently back up your photographs. Are you using network-attached storage devices? How many of those 14 terabyte hard drives do you have? Are you just backing them up on your phone? Do you use Apple iCloud? Do you use Google Photos? I really want to hear what you guys think and what your solutions look like so I can learn, or we can learn together in the comments. I hope I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.